Shalom friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Rabbi Rome in the magical mystical city of Tzfat, and this channel is dedicated 100% to teaching the Kabbalistic secrets of the 613 mitzvot. So if that's something you're into, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that we can take Torah to the next level. Let's get mystical. Okay, we are in week number 5 of Sefirat HaOmer, counting of the Omer, which Kabbalistically corresponds to the attribute of Hod. Now, we said before that Hod can be the aspect of overcoming external obstacles, but Hod is also the power of gratitude and humility, from the word hoda'ah, which means to be grateful, and it also means to acknowledge. It's when I recognize and acknowledge that Hashem is the one who's really running the show, and I totally surrender to the Supernal Will and humble myself before the infinite light of the Creator. So let's get into the details and talk a little bit about these 7 attributes of the Sefirat of Hod. Okay, for day 29 is Chesed of Hod. And this means that the more I humble myself and recognize my faults and that I'm not so perfect, that actually inspires a new love and desire to want to come even closer to Hashem. When I really own up to just how rooted I am in ego and in the false illusion of the world, then my heart begins to yearn with passionate desire to want to return to the source. Day 30 corresponds to Gvura of Hod. Now, when I think about all of the good and all of the blessings that Hashem has given me and is giving me and will give me, I become so utterly grateful and humble before Him. And within me awakens this yirah, this awe, and I become even more aware of my actions, and I am super careful not to do anything that might separate me from the source. Next up is day 31, Sefirat of Hod, and this is when I am truly humble. That's when I can actually have real compassion on others. If I'm so full of myself, then I don't really see anyone else's needs but my own. So Sefirat of Hod is because of my own humility, I am able to focus and have compassion for others. Moving right along, day 32, Netzach of Hod. Now, this is because I am soul-focused and not ego-focused. I am a man on a mission to become the living example of divine love and unity and justice in the world, that this gives me the strength and the determination and motivation to be able to overcome all of the obstacles that want to stop me from achieving my full spiritual potential. And day 33, Lag BaOmer, Ode of Hod. This is a huge day, my friends. This is actually the yahrzeit of one of the greatest Jewish Jedi masters to ever walk the face of the earth, the one and only Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Rashbi. Talmudic scholar, master mystic, author of the Zohar, and my neighbor. One of the benefits of living in Tzfat. To do Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai some real justice, we'd have to actually dedicate a whole video just to him. But we're going to stay focused with this sphere, with the counting of the Omer, with the qualities of the Omer, which is Hod of Hod. So we said Hod is humility and gratitude from the word hoda'ah. But it also means to acknowledge. Lehodot means to acknowledge. And I said it before, and I will say it again, that one of the most fundamental concepts of Torah, according to Kabbalah, is that the Ein Sof, the infinite light, is the only true reality. And we acknowledge this truth and work to recalibrate our consciousness, constantly streaming down new expanded unity consciousness to be able to become aware of this. And that's supposed to penetrate into the deepest depths of our heart and fully integrate into every cell, every nerve, every fiber of my being. I acknowledge that Ein Od Milvado, there is nothing but Hashem, but I still don't really get it. I mean, I acknowledge it, but let's face it, I'm not there. But nonetheless, I am still grateful that that is what I believe and strive to achieve. So Ode of Hod is the ability to acknowledge and be grateful that I still don't 100% really acknowledge that I am a piece of art that is still in the mind of the artist. Now go and make a bonfire and shoot some bows and arrows. Chag Sameach, my friends. Day 34 is Ode of Hod, and this is having total dedication and loyalty to Hashem's will, not at the higher level of a child, but of a servant. Two different types of relationships that we have in relationship to connection with Hashem. When I'm feeling all of the Kedusha and the love, and my heart burns with the divine love, then that's like a child that loves the parent and wants to do things for them and make them happy. But when I ain't feeling it, then Yesod of Hod is being able to still remain dedicated and loyal and serve the king like a humble servant. And last but not least, for day 35 is Maha Loot of Hod, and this is the simple prayer that comes from the simple and humble servant. There are some people that are very intelligent, they are very sophisticated, but the mystics teach us that the real super Jews, the real Jewish Jedis, the ones that are changing things in the highest realms of supernal universes, are truly the simple and the unlearned that have a real purity of heart. The Baal Shem Tov cherished the simple farmers and villagers that spoke and prayed and read psalms with a simple and humble innocence. All right, Chevra. That wraps up week number 5. Please stay safe, stay happy. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and God willing, I will see you next week. Shabbat Shalom. Peace.